In this tutorial, what we're going to do is see how we can change this button to link to a modal pop-up with our contact form. So first what we want to do is go into our page here within the Oxygen editor, and we want to go and add the shortcode for a contact form. So to do that, well, we click on our button, then we click add. Since we want the shortcode to just show up right after our button, we look for a shortcode component. Then we paste in the shortcode that we had for our contact form. And here we've already made a contact form, and we called it just pop-up form for now. Then we paste that in. Now what we're going to do is add two different classes. The first class is to actually hide the form. mfp-hide. This is a built-in class with the magnific pop-up JavaScript. This will actually hide the module so that it's not visible. Boom. Then the other one is for styling. So this is pop-up form. Now what this one that we've already made the styling for, and is within our skeleton, is that it will add this pseudo element so that we can see that it's called pop-up contact form. Can easily find it now. Changes it into a block element, so it just goes underneath, making it a width of 100%. That way it's easily visible, easy to find, but it's not visible on the front end. Now one thing that we'll notice is if we click on our button, we've already added the class there called pop-up inline. And the other class, button goes to solid, is for styling. So if we were to go now to the front end, we hit save, we go to the front end, refresh it, and click, the content's not found. Why not? Well, we've put the ID that we gave it, pop-up form 59, and that's our form, but we didn't change the ID that's within our pop-up itself. So what we want to do is go in here, choose the ID, click on it. Usually you have to click twice just so then you can select it, and then change this to pop-up form 59. We want to keep it consistent so that if we have other forms on the page, it's pop-up form 27 or whatever the number is. Hit enter, and we see the link for this is hashtag pop-up form 59. So hit save, refresh the page. Now click enter. Boom, there it is. Now this is great if we're going to be adding this form maybe just once on this page or once on this site, but what about if we have a form that's within our navigation? So it's going to be on every single page. Well, that's where it'd be best to add that within our footer. So let's see how we would do that. Add it to a main template and then add it to a navigation. So first let's close out here. Just say we'll go back to our admin page so that we close the Oxygen builder. Close that. Then go to Oxygen, templates, go to main, and let's edit with Oxygen. Takes a little while to load up, and it gives you a little preview of whatever page that you've selected. By default, the home page. So let's just kind of put it right after our code block here where we have our social elements. So kind of following the same procedure. In this case, what we've done is created a secondary form, and we just called it pop-up form footer. So I'm going to copy that shortcode. I go into the, and then again, go add shortcode. Done. I paste in shortcode. Then I add in those two classes, mfp-hide, and I'm going to add in pop-up form. There it is. Done. Then I'm actually going to change the ID to pop-up form, and in this case 61. Okay, so we've set that up within the footer. Now we can hit save. So now let's go into our menu and see how we could change it. So first off, we could create a custom link. This is one easy way. Pop up it was number 61. 61, and let's just put it in there for argument's sake. Just call it pop-up form. Click Add to Menu. Now, one of the additional functionalities that have been added because of the additional oxygen functionality plugin is where we can add a class to it. To have the classes to show up within your menu, go to Screen Options. Under Show Advanced Menu Properties, click CSS Classes. And we're going to add a class there called Add Popup Inline. What this does is when the page loads, it adds the popup inline class right to the A tag, because normally these classes sit on the list element instead of the A tag of our link. So again, we hit Save Menu. Now we can go visit our site. We see our menu here. Click it, and it's popping up Form 61 that's within the footer. So quite simple on how to set that all up, and we could even do that same kind of link that we had down here to create another button or wherever we want to put it. But just some rule of thumb, if it's going to be on every page, put it within your template. If it's just going to be once on this site or once on that page, well, then you can put it close to where the CTA is for that, and you can have other CTAs referencing that same pop-up without having to add that pop-up again.